Buongiorno food lovers from all over the world! I took quite a long summer leave this year, but finally I'm back with some new cooking tutorials. Today I'm going to prepare risotto, a very typical dish of Northern Italy. I'm Gisella and this is my kitchen. I recently started to make videos about Italian food and to present them to people from many countries. So, let's go! Rice is probably the most used staple food in the world. But it took a long time for people to discover that this cereal is good to eat, having a very pleasant taste. For 1,000 years, it has been considered food for animals. Coming from Asia, rice arrived in Italy probably in the Middle Age. Its farming spread mostly in the northern plains, but we need to wait until the beginning of the 20th century to have the risotto recipe codified. From food of poor people, during decades it evolved into a sophisticated dish. Today, risotto is a masterpiece of many high-level restaurants. This is the reason why I chose a very elegant recipe for today's tutorial. While explaining the technique to cook a perfect risotto, I will use quite expensive flavors, good for celebration or for a special occasion: champagne and prawns. Finally, we are almost ready to cook. But first of all, let's have a look at the ingredients. We will use half cup of rice per each portion. This is carnaroli rice. It's very starchy and so it's very suitable to make risotto. Then we will have our scampi, big prawns. They are 6, 3 per each portion. And the other main flavor will be champagne. You can use classic champagne, but you can also use, if you don't have it, some dried spumante or something like prosecco. Any kind of sparkling white dried wine will be fine. For the stock, we have 2 cups of water and a small glass of brandy. Other side flavors are half cup of chopped onion, some powdered garlic to taste, 2 tablespoons of chopped parsley, salt, pepper and olive oil. Are you ready to start? So here we go. The first part of the work is to clean these big prawns, scampi. We will need to remove the head, to remove the black part inside and to remove all the skin. We will need to leave all the leftovers aside because we will use them for making the stock. They will be the special taste of our stock. Proceed making the stock. As first, let's put in the pan a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. Let's switch on a medium heat. Let's add a little bit of onion. Let's leave it to caramelize. Now let's add all the prawns leftovers. And finally, our brandy. Finally, let's add the water. Let's make it slightly boiling, then we cover it and let's leave it here for 10 to 15 minutes. Now we can add some salt and pepper to taste to our stock. When we are fine with it, we just pass it into a tray and we keep it warm until we will use it. Now we prepare scampi. Let's cut them in big chunks. Let's flavor them with salt, pepper and a little bit of powdered garlic. Let's cook them in a little bit of hot olive oil. It's better not to overcook them. Let's cover and keep them warm on the side. And now we can prepare a risotto. At first, let's put a little bit of extra virgin olive oil in a pan. Let's take the remaining onions and let them to caramelize. Now, the first step for making the perfect risotto. You don't need to wash or clean the rice anyways. It needs to be starchy, otherwise it won't come out creamy. Now, let's take this rice and let's toast it alongside with the onions. When it's very hot, but absolutely not burning, let's take the glass of champagne and let's pour into the rice. Let's wait until it's completely reduced. Now let's lower the heat and let's move to the second step. We will need to cook our rice for 13 minutes, adding time by time this warm stock. When it starts being creamy, let's switch off the heat. Now let's add our prawns. Let's finish it and make it very, very creamy. We can use 2 big cubes of butter or a little bit of milk cream. Let's add also the parsley. Let's melt everything out of the heat. Don't forget to try it out before deciding it's ready. Let's put the risotto into plates. It's now ready and delicious. Take note. Risotto must be served immediately when ready. It's not good to be prepared in advance, neither to be conserved for days. Before enjoying the dish I just prepared, I'll just give you a quick reminder. If you like this video, subscribe my YouTube channel ITALIANI or follow my pages on Facebook and Instagram. Buon appetito!